San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, here we go. Silver.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Wentz going to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing now is Wentz. Completes it to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down, Orlando. Go. Waiting. Sunday. Stick, kill. Hey, Delta.
On first down, Wentz. The quick slant caught, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Damian Willis, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On set. Check back the line. Check back the line. I don't think you got it, son.
He gets.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on. Hey, check back the line. Check it.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Now Gurley. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On first down, Muhammad almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again, Muhammad. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check back the line. Check back the line. Man, I got it.
On 3rd down, Muhammad got his target, Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 44-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, 49ers nothing.
Let's go. Check this one.
Looking to throw on second down. Muhammad looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw. Muhammad going down the middle, and it's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
First down at the 24-yard line. Watch twist. Watch twist order. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Throwing on first down. Muhammad. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Don't get nervous. Kill, kill, kill.
On first and goal, Gurley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and 4. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Now Wentz on third down. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on second down. Muhammad, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 times.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
He can't hang. Go. He's not going to get me. Check 3. Hop up. We got double up. Go. Mike's 50. Come on.
Here's second and 8. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On the counter, Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Pull it together. Switch it out. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw on second down. Muhammad. And this is Shepard on the catch. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check.
Here's Gurley. Still on his feet. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Muhammad completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Coleman.
Check 26, check 26.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Wentz now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Burton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Muhammad. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it up. Will.
Shit. Check 4.
Off.
Operating from the gun, Muhammad. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Back to throw. Muhammad. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive, second drive. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running with Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go counter with Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. He can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Deuce, 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 deuce.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Muhammad able to haul it in as Kittle. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Muhammad. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. All him. Any day. 36.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Right there.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Watch the ship.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Muhammad. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Buddy up. Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Echo. I got you. Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. I'm scared. Kill. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, switch gears.
Back to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's third and goal. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He'll look to throw. Dancing to it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check Michael Allen. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen.
On fourth down, Muhammad. And no, it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. They will run again with Coleman. And some room to work. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, 5. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Orlando, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.